All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We're going to be customizing my DDJ Rev 7. Today we have a white skin from Dodo Design. They're an Italian company. We also have these red chroma caps from DJ Tech Tools, these Pioneer stickers that come with your DDJ Rev 7. And this is the toolkit I'll be using. It's from iFixit. Basically, all you will need is this little pry tool and then this other toothpick looking thing. You'll see shortly what I use that for. You can really start with anything. I started with the faders. Basically, you want to pry this little white thing out of the side. Um, it's a little bit difficult. As you can see, I am struggling. And obviously, it's plastic, so you don't want to be too hard with it. Um, but yeah, basically, you just want to take the pry tool, any toothpick will work, and try and pry that out. Uh, you only need to do it from one side. Uh, You'll see here that it comes out relatively easy on this one. The other two were a little bit more difficult. Just be gentle, make sure you don't break it. That one came flying out, as you can see. That one flung out as well. So now that we're done, basically all you have to do is pull upwards on the fader to remove it. And then there will be a little plastic pin kind of thing. I did watch one video on how to get off the faders. The rest I have removed by myself previously on a different controller, so I kind of knew how to do that already. Um, Basically, you just want to pull up on all the knobs. Some of them are more difficult to pull up than others. For the ones that are more difficult to come out, you can use the pry tool, which you will see me using in a little bit. I tried to use a different tool that was in the kit. Don't mind that blue thing. Didn't work. Yeah, just make sure when you're prying these up, don't bend it. Try and lift it straight up, support it from the other side that you're prying it from, and just go easy. You can go all the way around if it helps. Just loosen it up. Again, they're plastic and you don't want to break them. And moving on to the rest of the last remaining ones. Now I'm just kind of wiping it down quickly with a microfiber cloth. Make sure you get all the dust off. Those little plastic pin looking things I just took off. I didn't know what to do with those, so I left them on for a little bit, but you definitely want to take those off. So just doing a quick rub down with rubbing alcohol, just to get off some grease or whatever. Just a quick wipe down is fine. There's multiple ways to lay this on. I'm just kind of eyeballing it. But if you need more assistance, maybe start from the bottom and go up. I kind of used the meters as a guide. So once I saw that was kind of perfectly around the meter, I kind of pressed down the rest and everything else fit perfectly. There was a couple sticker pop outs that I somehow missed or didn't notice when putting it on originally, so just pop those out. And then just make sure you press it down, get all the air bubbles out so it stays firmly down. One of the main reasons I got this skin is because the crossfader section gets scratched up very easily. This is a known issue with the Rev 7 and most of the other S series mixers. They scratch very easily around the crossfader. Surprisingly, Pioneer has not done anything about this, but um, obviously a skin helps out a lot. Next up, we're going to put the top portion on, which is a matte black color. Nice contrast between the white. They have a bunch of other colors on their website. I just liked the white and black. Wasn't too flashy, but you'll see later on with the red chroma caps, looks really nice. Again, just using the middle screen as a little reference to help guide the application process. Next up, we're just going to clean the deck sides on both sides with rubbing alcohol again. This one is a little more difficult to put on because it's a little more flimsy. So kind of do what I'm doing here and peel off just a corner and then guide itself on. A little awkward, but whatever works for you. Just make sure you get it on without bending it too much. Basically, I just lined up the corners and then slowly peeled it away. Seemed to work pretty well for me. Um, Again, don't pull this too much in any direction because the middle pieces, the top, bottom, left, and right, are quite thin. So you don't want to stretch them out. This other side I accidentally had removed first. So um, definitely do what I did on the first try on the first side first so you don't mess it up like I am doing here. Obviously, I didn't mess it up too much, but it's definitely more difficult to apply when all the edges are kind of floating around. And all right, on to the last two sections. This one was quite easy. It did also come with a sticker for the tempo slider. If you wanted to remove the tempo slider and put the same matte black sticker underneath there, you could. I decided not to because I didn't think it was necessary. But if you do get this same one, uh, be aware that that sticker would be for that section. Now, time to put on the chroma caps, which, like I said, I purchased from DJ Tech Tools. You just put in the controller that you have, and then it will select the right amount after you select your color. They'll slide back on pretty easily. Don't force them on. Um, you'll know it'll fit when it's supposed to fit. And then you just got to put those little pins back on the left side, or sorry, the right side. These pins are very, very delicate, so be careful with them. You'll see in a minute that I bent one of them on accident, trying to put the fader back on. Same thing goes for the faders. They will fit in relatively easy. If it doesn't feel like it's going in uh, all the way, don't force it. Otherwise, you will break it. And then just put the white, basically, pen thing back in. This will also fit in relatively easy. If it's not, don't force it, you will break it. This last one, you will see that it does not go in as easily, which is because I messed something up. And it's hard for me to really see what I messed up, but um, I think the pin was not in the correct spot when I put the cap back on. So just be careful. It should really just go on easily, but I must have done something to it, so it didn't fit on properly. As you can see, the pin looking thing looks like a little flag. It's got a little triangle at the top. That should be sticking straight up. If it's bent, then you need to bend it back gently. You will see that I accidentally bend it in a few moments because I was not careful enough and was forcing it. Luckily, I didn't break it, but obviously, it could have easily broken if I was putting more pressure. See how it's a little bent now? That's because I put too much pressure while trying to put the pin back in, and now I have a whole mess trying to get this out. So just take your time and be careful. I was basically just trying to figure out what I did wrong and see why these were not lining up properly. I just bent the pin back so it should be straight up again because I put too much pressure and it bent, like I had mentioned. And almost the last step, putting on the stickers, which basically just help you with scratching, more of a visual guide for your scratching techniques. And then I forgot to take off the encoder knobs. So just replace those quickly. Those just come off quite easily. And that's it, guys. Here's my attempt at trying to make a really cool demonstration of how it all looks. But I'm not good at videography, as you can see. But yeah, this is how it looks, the final product. The white, black, and red all look super nice together. I got all these on sale on Black Friday, but they are relatively inexpensive to begin with. So enjoy. Let me know if you have any questions. Thank you.